We've done a lot of swimming and some conditioning and just gone over the basics that we've actually forgotten, and it's been really nice. And I think that Bora has taught me a lot already, and Alana and Bora are a really good balance for each other.
What we're trying to do, we're trying to create one competitive team. You know, because when you look at our conferences, for the most part, we always come as underdogs, right? We always have one or two coaches on the pool deck comparing to teams that have like, you know, 2-3 coaches on the pool deck. And, you know, it always takes us a little bit more effort than anybody else, I would say, you know, and not to take away from anybody else, and just saying that we always are coming with a little bit of that underdog perspective. And that's the most exciting part, because when you're able to compete, even when you're coming as an underdog, you know, you can mess other people's plans.
We've been working really hard in this mini preseason, you know, January to when we start games, you know, this weekend. I think that it's going to be definitely a learning experience this year, and you know, our main goal is to win those games that we should, and to win some games that, you know, we didn't win last year, that we lost by a few goals. I think we can turn it around this year and get that W. Our end goal, obviously, is to make our conference championship tournament, where we would fight to qualify for NC2As. And, you know, we just have to take it week by week and game by game and get those wins, and just stay positive. Continue to learn from one another.
It's interesting having a team that's upperclassmen and lowerclassmen, such a great divide of the two, and I think that the incorporation of both of them really helps to make sure that there's a good balance of new attitude, bringing new attitude and fresh mindsets with those who maybe were stuck in old patterns of different coaching styles or being lost in the program. It's good to be back with the new coach, and I'm ready and excited for what's to come with a new group of girls.
Honestly, it sets a new standard for us, and it's making us have our own individual goals, to have that be that main goal, to get up there and get up in the rankings. Like, hey, like, it might be a small team and everything, but we can come just as hard and come just as like competitive as the other teams. And it might be unexpected a little bit, but I think that's what's going to be the most fun part, just being out there, being aggressive and everything. And so I think it's going to be a real like wake-up call, not only for like other teams, but I think for us as well, because then like it's just going to be fun just to play like that and just come out of nowhere, like being the underdogs. And what Alana, like our assistant coach, made something like really like pointable. Like she was comparing to USC or UCLA, like how everyone in the team, all those teams are really like competitive, and when you play those teams, you know they're gonna shoot the ball really hard, and you know they're gonna swim really hard.
First, to not be scared, because once you're scared and you go in the pool, like your confidence just like drops. Like I feel that's every sport. And teamwork, like communicate in the water, you know, being smart about our plays, making sure we like do like good passes, and you know, just like if you see the shot, take it. Like don't get scared, because that's like a lot of problems for me as well. Like, you know, you get scared and nervous, so just kind of like play the game like you know how, like any other practice, and you should like do good.
Well, it's the first game of the season, right? It's always the hardest game. It's the first tournament of the season as well. So what's going to take? That's a good question. It's going to take a lot of focus. I think that's going to be the number one thing. We did work really hard on our physical conditioning in the pool and outside of the pool as well. So I think that's not going to be the problem. The problem we're going to be experiencing is communication in the pool, is focus, is performing the things we agreed upon before the game started. So I think that's going to be the main part of it. I would say probably 80 to 90% of our game. And if we are able to do that in a proper way, I hope we can get at least 1 or 2 games to our advantage, you know. That's what I'm hoping for. Now we'll see. But I think for the most part, they just need to stay focused. They just need to stay in the game, you know, and not let themselves get, you know, detached from the game at certain moments when it's not going good for us. So they have to stay attached all the time. They have to think about every single move they're going to make, and that's why focus is priority.